Home Sweet Home. That's what they called it. Bright colors, soft toys, fake sunshine painted across the walls. Every corner smiling at you, even when you didn't feel like smiling back. It was supposed to be the safest place in Playcare, a place where nothing bad could happen, a place where the grown-ups told us we were special, where they said we were loved, where they promised we were safe. But during the hour of joy, all of that changed. The lights flickered first, just once, just enough to make every kid in the room look up at the ceiling. Then I heard it, a scream, sharp, echoing, cut off too fast. Another one followed, then another, and suddenly, the whole building felt like it was shaking. I remember dropping a crayon I was holding. It rolled across the floor and disappeared under a toy shelf. I didn't go after it. The air got heavy, warm, like the room itself was breathing. And then, the laughter started. Not the kind we were used to. Not the silly, playful kind of toys made when they were pretending to be friendly. This was different. Wrong. Like something was enjoying what was happening outside the room. I ran. I didn't think, didn't look back. I just ran behind the big plastic bush in the corner. The one the workers always told us not to hide behind. My heart was pounding so loud I thought the toys could hear it. And then, I saw her. Mommy Longlegs. She crawled out of the hallway like she's been waiting for this moment her entire life. Limbs stretching across the floor, hair dragging behind her, her voice almost playful. She didn't even look at the kids, not once. She went straight for the adults, the workers, the visitors, anyone who wasn't one of us. They tried to run, they tried to fight, they begged, they cried, but nothing stopped her. I covered my ears. I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to see it. But then, she stopped. Her head turned, slowly, like she sensed something. Her eyes landed on me. I froze. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't move. I thought it was over. She crawled closer, closer, until she was right in front of the bush. Her voice dropped to a whisper.
Not you, little one.
And just like that, she moved on. When the screaming finally stopped, I didn't move. I kept my hands over my ears long after the room went quiet. Long after Mommy Longlegs crawled away. Long after the lights stopped flickering. I didn't want to hear anything else. Not the echoes, not the footsteps, not the toys whispering to each other in the halls. Eventually, I opened my eyes. Home Sweet Home didn't look like Home Sweet Home anymore. The fake sunshine on the walls felt darker. The toys on the shelves weren't smiling. And the air felt empty. I stood up slowly. My legs were shaking. I didn't know where to go, so I did the only thing that made sense. I went to my room. It wasn't much, just a small bed, a dresser, and a nightlight shaped like a star. But it was mine, and for a moment, I believed I was safe there. I closed the door, sat on the floor, pulled my knees to my chest, and I waited. I didn't know how long I stayed like that. Minutes, hours, time didn't feel real anymore. But then, I heard something. Not screaming, not running, not the toys laughing. Breathing. Slow, deep, rhythmic, like something was sleeping, or pretending to. I peeked out from behind the door. The hallway was dark. Too dark. And then I saw him. Catnap. He wasn't like Mommy Longlegs. He didn't move fast. He didn't chase anyone. He just drifted. Calm, quiet, almost peaceful. His eyes glowed faintly in the dark, scanning the hallway like he was looking for something, or someone. I held my breath. I didn't know if he could sense fear. I didn't know if he could smell it. But he didn't look at me. He walked past my room, slowly, like he was patrolling, guarding something, or making sure the hour of joy was truly over. I watched him disappear in the corner, and for the first time since everything started, I realized something. The toys weren't done, not even close. I watched Catnap drift down the hallway, that soft red mist rolling out of his mouth with every slow breath. It spread across the floor like fog, curling around toys, slipping under doors, disappearing into vents. I didn't know what it was, not then, but I knew it wasn't good. The older kids used to whisper about it. They said the higher-ups, the people in charge, made Catnap use that mist on us sometimes. They said it helped us sleep better. They said it kept us calm. But the kids who breathed in it, they didn't sleep better. They had nightmares. Nightmares so bad they woke up shaking. Nightmares they couldn't explain. Nightmares they couldn't forget. And after a while, some of those kids were never seen again. The grown-ups told us they were transferred, that they were adopted, that they went home. But the older kids, the ones who paid attention, they said something different. They said those kids were taken, that they were brought somewhere deep into the factory, somewhere no one talked about, somewhere no one came back from. They said the mist made it easier, made the kids quiet, made them stop fighting. I didn't want to believe it. I didn't want to think about it. But standing there in the hallway, watching Catnap breathe that mist like he was preparing for something, watching it drift into rooms where kids used to sleep, I realized something I wish I hadn't. The hour of joy didn't end when the screaming stopped. It just changed, and whatever came next, it wasn't meant for the adults. It was meant for us. After I realized the mist wasn't meant for the adults, I went back into my room. Not to hide. Not this time. I just needed a moment to breathe, a moment to understand what was happening. The hallway outside was quiet. Too quiet. The kind of quiet that feels heavy, like the building itself was holding its breath. I sat on the edge of my bed, staring at the door, watching the red mist drift underneath it in thin, soft waves. It didn't come in fast. It didn't rush. It just seeped in, slow, gentle, almost peaceful. I didn't feel tired. Not yet. But I could feel something else. A pull, like the mist wanted me to follow it. I didn't want to. Every part of me told me to stay in my room, to stay where it was safe, to pretend none of this was happening. But then I heard something. A sound I haven't heard since the hour of joy began. A voice. Small, shaky, crying. Another kid. I opened my door. The hallway was dim, lit only by the flickering emergency lights. The red mist curled around my ankles as I stepped out, drifting toward the playroom. That's where I found him. A boy, maybe a little younger than me, hiding under one of the tables, his knees pulled to his chest, his eyes red from crying. He looked at me like he wasn't sure if I was real. I didn't say anything. I just sat down beside him. For a long time, we didn't speak. We just listened. To the hum of the vents, to the soft breathing of the toys somewhere far down the hall, to the quiet, steady rhythm of Catnap's footsteps. He wasn't hunting. He wasn't patrolling. The mist followed him like a trail, drifting into rooms, slipping under doors, filling the spaces where children used to sleep. The boy beside me whispered, "Where did everyone go?" I didn't know how to answer. I didn't know what to say, so I told him the only thing that felt true. "I don't think they're coming back." He didn't cry again. He just nodded, like he already knew. We sat there together, watching the mist move, watching Catnap disappear around the corner. And then the intercom crackled. A voice came through, calm, cold, controlled. A voice I'd never heard before.
"Children, please remain where you are. Playtime is not over."
The lights flickered once, twice, then everything went dark. And that's the last thing I remember from that night. Not the screams, not the toys, not the mist, just the darkness.